Hello and welcome back to my channel. This time I will be showing how I create my covers if I use paper as a cover material. So for this video I will be using freeware like paint.net and PowerPoint, even though I don't know if PowerPoint is free, but well, I never paid something for it. Yeah, first of all, you have to choose the format you want to have. I usually go with A3 because that's what fits my books at least. If you have bigger books, of course, you have to choose either a bigger format, or if you have tinier books, you just choose like lower format, of course. I'll be using as an example my first cover I ever created actually. It's darker than black. For this video I will be using the measurements I got from Amazon. Of course I recommend highly always to use measurements from the actual book you have in front of you and not from online sources, because they don't really are accurate all the time. Anyways, first of all I create a square to just have like something to begin with. For this square, you want it to be blank or more like transparent, because it's just a guideline for you. For the measurements, like, the good thing on PowerPoint is you can like change the height and width as you want. For this one, since the book is like 21, I think, yeah, 2030, I just use 21 for it. On my other videos on bookbinding you will know why, because you want to have like a little gap on top and on bottom, so like 3 millimeters, so you just add like 6 millimeters on it. And yeah, if you do that here, you're like around about 20.9, but I just do it like 1 millimeter more to have it even. Yeah, anyways, you do it like 21 centimeters high and 3.6 here on the width. And that's basically where the spine will be. And yeah, the next thing you do is add 2 more squares for the back and the front cover. These you will be like choosing as well the same height, but the width you just take what it says or what you measure on your book and put one on the right and one on the left, so you have like this template, let's say, where you can work with and put your cover into it. You can probably hear actually that English is not my native language, so sorry if I can't find the words sometimes, but I try my best. Here I'm adding like another square. It's gonna be 7 millimeters. That's what you need later on the binding as a hinge between the spine and the back and front covers. So I just put it in there and like place the other squares on it, so I have like the hinge I want later on and have like the free space there. Because if I put now my cover onto it and put like some text or something, it would have been like not on the cover. So that's very important step to do here. Well, as a next thing, you will just take any picture or like design you want to create. I just went for this wallpaper, and the important thing is you like put it in the PowerPoint and then you just place it in the background so you can see the squares. Then you know where the cover is gonna be. Then you can just crop it how you need it. Like I recommend not to crop to fit in the square. I would always let like a couple centimeters on the right, left, or even top. So if you fuck up on the binding for somehow, and it will just overlap and correct your mistake. But if you like let it blank and it's white, it will not look good. So just let it be. I also recommend like take a black background later on. So on designs like this, which is darker, you will not notice any mistakes then. Yeah, once you put like both of your like your front and back cover into it, it's time for the spine. As you can see, if you like use a logo from Google I picked, it will mostly have like a white background, and that's not like as good looking. So what I do here is like create a transparent background. So I just choose, like I use paint.net for it. I remove the white background, make it transparent, and I change the color from the font like to white, because since I have a darker background, white will fit more. Of course, if you have a like white background, you should go for a darker tone. And yeah, now it looks even better. And here again, I would try to place it more in the middle from the square, like leave a gap on the right and the left. As I said, if you like do a mistake on the binding, it will be more forgiven if it's in the middle and doesn't get cropped out if you like bind your book. Yeah, the next step is like the spine. I gotta be honest, the spine is like the harder part to get it even, because sometimes the book looks even thicker on the spine as it should be. That's from my bindings that I use for the spine, like the exact width as the book has it actually. For example, a lot of people who bind books, they use for the spine the width of the spine and plus one cardboard. So it's like once the spine width plus 2 millimeters. But I go with only the spine width and it works pretty fine for me. Back to the spine. I just did like the logo from Darker Than Black and put it there, but as you can see, the artwork has like a gray background, and so it didn't really look good. So I decided to give the font as well a gray background so it fits even better. The problem is if you have like more unknown series like this one, Darker Than Black, you will not be finding lots of good artwork for it. And yeah, that's what I had here and go with it. So I just designed like a bit my own spine, and yeah, it worked out for me. Well, if you create like a new project in paint.net, just choose like how big it is. Here I chose 21.5, so I have still like this overlapping as I told you. And on the width I also take like +1 millimeter, since I can crop it later on anyways. Well, the good thing on these kind of covers are as well that you have a lot of options, and you can, like, it's easier than using HTV foils, because you have not the option to cut everything like with HTVs, and it's more time consuming to create a cover. So I really like to use from time to time to create covers like this. But of course, the other one, like actual book cloth, looks way better in my opinion, and they're like having a more longevity. For example, if you like use paper covers and like use the book, like just read it, you will see that it will get some creases from time to time. But for that, I have a solution as well. Actually, I laminate the papers now, so it has even better durability for it. Yeah, back to the spine. As you saw, I just like chose the same color, the picture, uh, like the gray, and just put it in the back from the front. And voila, you have like your spine. Just place it now as well in the middle. Be sure to have your back and front covers in the background. So as you can see here, the overlapping on the right one, it doesn't look good. So you just have to like choose the picture again and put it in the background. What you also want to do is remove these squares, because if you print it, it would like be on the cover and back cover, so you don't want to have it there. And as I said, you can crop the pictures, but you don't need to, and you shouldn't, because it looks way better like having the overlapping here glued on the boards later than having like blank white spaces. That's why I also choose always a black background, so it doesn't look as bad. Yeah, that's it. There's your new cover. Now you just have to save it as a PDF file and then print it. And thank you for watching the video and joining the process. And if you want to see more content, you can follow also my Instagram or join me on Discord, because I'm always open for new ideas. And if you want to help me out there, yeah, I'll be waiting. And next time I will be also showing how I create my HTV covers and how you have to like design them so you can cut it with the cutting machine. But yeah, it requires a lot of more equipment, expensive equipment. So if you're a beginner, just stick to this until you have like more experience. And again, thanks everybody for watching and supporting this channel. If you have questions, as always, you can ask me in the comments.